Hello everyone and welcome to Rob's Rogues. And now we're up to my third favorite Robin figure. Actually, I think he might be my second favorite Robin figure from Batman the Animated Series. And when I saw that they were going to do this figure, I completely lost my mind. It is very, very rare to get a Bruce Wayne action figure in a line. You might get one if you're lucky, but you don't ever get a Dick Grayson, a Tim Drake, a Jason Todd, a Damian Wayne. Generally, you don't get the secret identity of the hero in usually any type of a line. You know, if you have a Superman line, you might get a Clark Kent action figure. If you have a Batman line, you might get a Bruce Wayne, but it might be, you know, prototype suit Batman that has the Bruce Wayne head underneath, or you get a Bruce Wayne figure that, you know, he's in his Batman suit but not the cowl on. But generally those are the people you usually end up getting. You don't hardly ever get a Dick Grayson or a Tim Drake or whomever it is. So for this Batman Animated Series line, for us to get a Dick Grayson Robin figure was just a great thing. For me, being a Robin fan and just being a fan of the animated series, when I saw, oh wow, when he was first pictured, he was kind of shown like this, I thought, oh, that's kind of a funky looking Robin, and the caption says Dick Grayson Robin. I was like, really? Is it going to be like this Batman? And yes, it is. It is the quick change. It doesn't say it on the package. It says Dick Grayson / Robin, but it is a quick change Dick Grayson to Robin action figure. And this is a figure that he's another one of the harder ones to find, as I'm assuming that the toy manufacturer's like, oh, nobody's really going to want a Dick Grayson figure. This guy does right here, right on the other side of this camera. He wants a Dick Grayson figure. So this is a welcomed addition for Batman the Animated Series. So it was nice to be able to have Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson, if I was kind of setting them up in and around Wayne Manor out of their street fighting clothes, that they could be in their secret identity and be living in Wayne Manor, or be in the Batcave and not have to be in their Batman and Robin outfit. So I'm kind of get into the face here. As you can see, he's got the rubber mask that goes, which is more of like a visor. Kind of see some of the blue highlights in his hair there. So the visor, I was always kind of curious how they were going to do the Robin's mask on this figure, because it was always kind of hard to see from the print ad in your little Hills flyer or your Myers or Walmart Saturday morning flyer that you used to get in the mail. But the mask is fitted inside of this chest piece. I thought, oh great, I'm going to lose this mask in no time flat. But they did it so you can not lose the mask, which I thought was a nice little feature. His head does turn with it. Okay, it's not too bad. This Robin does not come with a cape, so generally if I ever really had him like this, much like the Batman, I just used this figure, obviously, just for the Dick Grayson portion. But I took my Ninja Robin. Kind of had to be a little bit tricky, but if I wanted to have a cape on Robin, it's always really kind of hard with the high shoulder collar. But you could kind of sort of get the cape on the figure. With this shoulder piece here and the shoulder piece here holding this like sonar shield, it was always really hard to get Robin to have a cape, which was always kind of a drag for me. I thought, oh, Robin needs to have a cape. You know, I don't want to see a Robin without a cape. So since I had this figure, I usually just went without everything else, but it was just always a nice, cool feature to be able to have, you know, a Robin type of a, you know, armored look that I could have setting up on a shelf in the Bat Cave, where it looked like, okay, Robin's got his gear ready to go too. So he has a few little extra accessories. This kind of it looks almost like a dart gun of some type. So that just goes over one arm. So you got the bare arm there. And then whatever this thing is, almost looks like a bomb of some type. And I actually did use this as a bomb every now and then. You kind of see there's a little dial right there, but I guess it's supposed to be some type of a wrist type of a gun. Then you have the extra boots that would go over top of the boots he's already currently wearing. But that's to make him look more like the boots that Robin would traditionally wear. So those come off. And these are very much like the boots for the Michael Keaton Quick Change Batman. Very similar, so another set of boots there. Then you have the top, which this piece does not come out. I think it probably could if I pulled it hard enough, but it's kind of recessed in there. So sometimes I had it the back like that, more like a little sonar dish type of thing. And then the mask just comes up right up over top. Try to usually take it up over the back part of his head first so it comes up over the front. And then you have Dick Grayson. So we'll pull the Robin armor off and we'll get a closer look at the face of Dick Grayson. What do you really look like, Boy Wonder? No, I don't want to turn around. So there we go. A maskless DG on his chest. Gee, I wonder what DG stands for. So in case somebody didn't realize that this is Dick Grayson, it said it on his chest. So we'll bring in the Robin figure here, which I think they did a really good job. The camera's kind of washing him out. So they just took the existing mold from this Robin and used this head and just kind of re-altered the mold a little bit to take the mask off. And I think it works very, very well. It's nice to have a Dick Grayson figure. Like I said, it is very, very rare that we get a Bruce Wayne figure in a line, but to get a Dick Grayson, I think is even better for being a Robin fan. Now, something you may be wondering, Dick Grayson is taller than Bruce Wayne, which, you know, when I got this figure, I wanted to have the two of them standing side by side. It was kind of like, wah, wah, wah. So Bruce Wayne should be taller, should be about this tall. They got the height right for the Robin figure, but the height is not exactly the right height scale for Batman. But it's kind of like, you know, we're splitting hairs here. I was just very happy to get a Dick Grayson figure, and as three of my favorite figures from this Batman animated series line are the three, what I would call the main Robins. You have the Quick Change Dick Grayson. Absolutely love that figure. You have the Ninja Robin, which is a nice little variant to have. As you can tell, he's a little shorter than this Dick Grayson, but he's kind of in a squatted crouch type pose. And then, of course, you have the traditional standard Robin figure. And so when I was posing my figures up around Wayne Manor and different things like that, these are the three Robins I would generally have. Most of the time, it would be these two Robins, or these two figures, the Dick Grayson and the standard Robin. So I thought it was always really cool that I could finally have a Dick Grayson, and it wasn't a different type of figure that I was using and saying, oh, I'm going to pretend this is Dick Grayson. I knew it was Dick Grayson, and it was so cool to actually have that. So to be able to have Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson kind of standing up and around Wayne Manor, I always thought was really cool. That they could kind of be looking out, and once we can start looking at the actual Wayne Manor, we'll kind of be able to put them in and around Wayne Manor. It just kind of makes the whole scene work so much better. So this has definitely been one of my favorite figures, and a figure that, like I have probably said enough times in this video, we hardly ever see a Bruce Wayne figure, but to get a Dick Grayson figure out of a line, or a Damian Wayne. Damian is the only other figure that we have really received that we have a secret identity, and I think you've probably seen him in a few of my videos as well. So today we've been taking a look at the Dick Grayson Robin that comes with the quick change features that we put on, and you could have a Robin, but 9 times out of 10 this is how I have him standing in and around Wayne Manor in my Batcave. So as always, this is Rob for Rob's Rogues signing off, saying we will see you guys next time.